Okay, so today we're doing slopes, and we're going to do the ones where you have 2 points and you have to find the slope. But in the meantime, right before I tell you this, there's a few things here that you're going to need to know. The slope is the slant and steepness of a line, and it is the rise over the run. It is the vertical change over the horizontal change. And the slope formula that you'll be using is m equals y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. They are points that they would give you, and these would be the sample of the points, the xy coordinates. The first one is labeled 1, and the second point is labeled 2. And I will show you how to do that for the next slide. So find the slope of a line through -1, 5 and 2, -3, and then you want to graph that line. So what we would do is we would find a slope, and we would use this formula, and I always suggest that you label your points so you know exactly where to put them in the formula. So x1, y1, and then x2, y2. So y2 comes before y1. I don't know why. It's just what they want. You don't ask, you just do, right? You do use this formula, and you write in -3 minus 5. Then you do x2, 2 minus -1. You have to know your integer rules and how to utilize them when you're using the minus sign in the middle and the 2 negatives become a positive. So we'll use that first. And then you have -3 minus 5 is -8. And 2 plus 1 is 3. And that would be your slope of a line. And you could graph that line. You could actually use the graph of the points of -1 and 5. And 2 and -3. And you would know to get from this point to this point, you would go down 8 and you would go over 3. And that is how that is. The rise and the run. Up, down, left, right. The next one. Find the slope of a line through -1, -2, and 2 and 4. And you want to use the slope. You want to find the slope is m equals y2 minus y1. It's not really a hard formula to know, but I know with all the details that you have to learn with the high set test, it could be, they could give you the formula, and then you would just have to know how to fill it in and what you're looking for. And again, you want to label so you know where you're putting them. And so then you would do y2 is 4 minus, always with the minus, it's mandatory. And then you have the -2. And then you're going to have 2 minus -1. And then the 2 negatives become a positive. And you would have 6 over 3. And then you notice that you can divide that, and it would be 2. So your slope is 2. And if you had to graph the line, use the 2 points that they gave you, and 2 and 4. And you're going to be going up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1 until you hit that next spot. But just graph the line. You would know that you would get that right. You would go up 2 and then over 1, and then up 2 and over 1, and up 2 and over 1. And that's where it lands with the next point. So that is how that is done. And that is how you find a slope of a line. So thank you, and you have a great day.